When you first return to the present, you are tasked with building new homes for your prehistoric residents, of which are customizable in every way, shape, or form, and can be filled with a variety of different rocks and foliage, both modern and prehistoric, utilizing the terrain paint mechanic in addition to the modular building technique of Planet Zoo. There are 6 different exhibit types in this game to accommodate the wide variety of extinct wildlife you bring back from your trip back in time, including enclosure, the most basic exhibit type in the game, designed to hold larger land animals such as dinosaurs. Guests can view into the fences normally, but putting in things such as viewing galleries, viewing domes, and viewing towers help with the visibility. Terrarium, enclosed glass exhibit designed for smaller creatures such as reptiles, amphibians, insects, and even Mesozoic mammals. Mini aviary, designed for smaller flying creatures such as birds and small pterosaurs. Large aviary, designed to house larger pterosaurs, but smaller flying creatures can be placed in here as well, just to spice things up. Can be connected to viewing galleries, but paths can also be placed inside large aviaries to create a walk-through attraction where guests can watch as birds and pterosaurs soar above their heads. Aquarium, the aquatic equivalent to the terrarium, designed to house smaller aquatics such as small prehistoric fish, mollusks, and crustaceans. Watercolor in both aquariums and lagoons can be customized to your liking. Lagoon, large aquatic habitat designed for larger marine life such as marine reptiles, sharks, and larger fish. But smaller creatures can be placed in here to spice up your lagoons to make your marine exhibits feel less barren. Underwater tunnels and viewing domes can be placed inside lagoons to give guests an up-close encounter with the denizens of the prehistoric deep. Speaking of enclosures, the fences you use to build your dinosaur enclosures, of which come in 4 different varieties, metal, wood, concrete, and glass, have 3 different security settings that can be toggled when you click on the fence. Low security for your smaller and more docile creatures, medium for your moderately sized beasts, and high security for the biggest and most dangerous creatures to walk the earth. The design of the fence will change depending on which setting you pick. While your park guests can easily view into your fences normally, you can enhance the visibility of your enclosures, large aviaries, and lagoons by attaching a wide variety of viewing buildings to the exhibit, allowing guests to get more up close with your extinct residents. Exhibit viewing buildings include viewing gallery, the most basic viewing building for terrestrial enclosures, giving your guests a 2-level ground view of your dinosaurs. Viewing tower. This elevated building will give your guests a more bird's-eye view of your terrestrial enclosures, allowing them to get eye-to-eye with the giant sauropods. Viewing dome. This building connected to your enclosures by an underground tunnel that gives your guests a lower ground-level view of your extinct residents. Aviary viewing gallery. Same as the regular viewing gallery, but for your large aviaries. Aviary catwalk. An elevated walkway that can go through large aviaries, allowing your guests to get an up-close view of your birds and pterosaurs as they soar above their heads, that also has an optional enclosed top to keep your guests safe. Aviary viewing dome. Attach this building to the end of your aviary catwalk to give your guests a 360-degree view of your birds and pterosaurs. Underwater tunnel. A see-through glass tunnel that can go through lagoons, giving your guests a view of your marine creatures as they swim above their heads. Underwater viewing dome. Attach this building to the end of your underwater tunnel to give your guests a 360-degree view of your marine creatures. Of course, your prehistoric creatures gotta eat, so you're gonna need to place these feeders to feed them. Can be replenished by either park keepers or your avatar. These include ground feeders, which can be placed in enclosures and aviaries, can be filled with meat, fish, insects, fruit, or leaves. Tall feeders for your sauropods to browse from. Underwater fish feeders, which dispense fish for your aquatic carnivores to chow down on. Underwater herbivore feeders, which dispense water plants for your aquatic herbivores to chow down on. Water dish. Only a single individual animal can drink out of at a time. Artificial water hole, which multiple animals can drink out of at a time. To prevent your extinct residents from getting bored, you can place these enrichment items in their exhibits to keep them entertained. Guests love seeing dinos play with their enrichment. These items include perch point. These metal poles are for birds and pterosaurs to perch on, although they can also perch on regular trees. Comes in 3 different sizes: small, medium, large. Climbing frame. These wooden structures are for your small dinosaurs to climb on. They are modular, so you can build them piece by piece. Blood pumpkin. An enrichment treat for your carnivores to chow down on. Frozen fruit. An enrichment treat for your herbivores to chow down on. Chew toy. A hardy rubber and rope toy for your carnivorous theropods to chew on. Comes in 2 different sizes, small and large. Puzzle feeder. A box with treats inside that your dinos have to work hard to get inside. Hanging bell. An enrichment item for birds and small pterosaurs that can be attached to perch points. Scratching post, scratching brush. A pair of enrichment items for larger dinosaurs to rub their bodies against to scratch any itch they just can't reach. The former can also be used by ceratopsians to sharpen their horns on. Rubber tire, soccer ball, a pair of rubber toys that smaller dinosaurs enjoy playing with. UV lamp. This enrichment item is for terrariums, giving your small prehistoric reptiles a place to bask in the heat. Mud bath. Enrichment items for large herbivores to wallow around in and cool off. Prey dummy. Enrichment item for large carnivores to attack to stimulate their predatory instincts. Comes in 4 different shapes: ceratopsian, sauropod, iguanodont, and stegosaur. Tug rope. Enrichment items for smaller carnivores to play tug-of-war with. Floating platform. Enrichment item designed for semi-aquatic animals to haul themselves onto and relax on. Comes in 2 different sizes, small and large, to accommodate different sized animals. Artificial kelp, a floating enrichment item that can be placed in lagoons for marine reptiles to play with, as well as rub against to scratch any itches. Frozen fish, an enrichment treat for piscivores to chow down on. Plastic buoy, a floating plastic toy that can be placed in lagoons for marine reptiles to play with. Hanging ball, an enrichment item that can be placed on the edge of lagoons for marine reptiles to leap out of the water and try to grab it. Marine prey dummy, a floating rubber plesiosaur for stimulating the predatory instincts of large marine reptiles.